Welcome back to another video, guys, and we have a procumbens. And yes, I know it's another procumbens. Don't turn over, don't switch channels, keep watching, it gets better. Honest. So I'm just cleaning up the remnants of the bits I was doing a minute ago. So yeah, I've just brought this one in. I've had this one a while, but I've kind of left this one to its own devices. Au naturel, darling. And I've done that because at the time, I did a load of these years ago. And this one, I kind of left because I had lots of them on the go at the same time. And I first initially styled it when it was a wee babby, but yeah, because I had so many of them, I tried different things with different trees, and this one, it didn't get left. I pruned it and fed it, looked after it, hugged it, kissed it, squeezed it. But basically what I did was I kind of left it, just pruned back all its own individual little foliage pads, because junipers will do that. They will do it if you thin them out. Get rid of some dead. So that's the reason this tree ended up kind of looking like this. But I love it. I love the fact that this tree looks like this. It's very natural looking, and it does what it wants. It tells me what it likes and what well, I don't know what it doesn't like. Probably doesn't like a lot of things. Don't like the cats, I know that. So yeah, I've just let it tell me what it wants to do, and it's done all right. It has done all right. It's gone very floppy. Especially these lower branches, because obviously these are, they do get quite heavy. They do when it rains. It does trap quite a bit of water, and they do weigh down quite a bit. There's a lot of stuff going on in here that is obvious that it needs dealing with. So I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do with this tree, because I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Well, I do. First off is I'm going to clean it all out. I'm going to get rid of all the growth that is obvious, in the wrong position, and also just give it a good clean out, because I didn't do anything to it last year, not really. As I say, I left it to its own devices, but there's a lot of dead in here. There's a dead spot here. I don't really know why. I've got to get in there and see. It's not like an obvious branch has died. It's just a combination of lots of little ones have died. Not sure. Probably find a wasp nest in there or something, and they've been going in and out. I've had that before. Not with this tree, obviously. So yeah, I think that's the first approach, is just get rid of this dead stuff. I mean, there's some unwanted twigs in here. Here's a good example. There you go. It was right in the centre of it, right in the midst of it. So that's the first stage, I think, on dealing with this tree. Just get amongst it, take out all the dead, clean it all up, and by doing so I'll be able to have a good look and see what's going on in here, and then maybe make a decision on what to do. I don't want to go crazy with it, because as I say, I really do like this natural look. I do think junipers look amazing when they're natural, but at the same time, if you look in there, in this area, you see all this dead that's in here. it does need cleaning out and dealing with. So we'll do that. What I'm going to do, don't think I'm being rude, I'm going to put you on time lapse, and then because it will take a bit of time, and also I don't want to rush this. I do want to kind of take my time and have a good look at the structure of it, and then see where we can go. So I'm going to put some music on. You got to make yourself a cup of tea or something. Put your feet up, and yeah, enjoy the time lapse. Back in a minute. Yeah, so all I've done is I've gone in and I've taken out, so each individual pad, I've taken out all the bottoms, and then any ones that are growing directly up, I don't mind if they're growing up slightly at an angle, so the angle out of the direction of the foliage, that's fine. Because if they're going up or back, get rid of them. So that's all I've done, and already it's made a massive difference on how this tree looks. I'll spin him around, and you can see what I mean just by cleaning it out. I mean, there's a few lumpy bumpy areas on the apex. Ignore these, I haven't done any of these lower branches, it's just the apex I've dealt with. But already it's looking like there's nice spacing in between, and it looks very natural, which is the aim of the game. That's what we want to do with this tree, is try and make it as natural as possible. Not going to wire it, it's all clip and grow from now on with this tree, and obviously I want to keep it as natural looking as possible, so I think that's the best approach. I mean, that there is that it looks amazing. I think it looks so natural. It's not perfect by any means. All the pads, there's spaces all over the place. It's all jubbledy hubbledy, and it's all a bit all over the place. But it looks amazing. If that was just a tree, ignore everything underneath. Yeah, it looks amazing. So that's something to remember, guys. When you're pruning, always start by cleaning out your trees. Clean out your bottoms, get rid of everything in the crutches, take out any dead and any definite unwanted ones. If you're unsure, leave them on, because you may change your idea of the tree, and the tree may change itself as it clears itself out. But just by doing that, it just changes everything, and then you can look at it and go, well, okay, I might want to restructure a few things, and then you can add wire. Don't think you're going to wire straight away. Don't get your wire ready and go, oh, okay, I'm going to get my wire, let's do it. You don't need to. You don't need to do any of that. Stick to the basics, and that's basically, yeah, stick to the basics. Looks pretty good. I like that natural look. I think sometimes you can over bonsai a tree. I'm the worst for doing it. I totally agree. You guys are probably shouting at the screen, you should have done what you've done with the other one. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I'm probably the worst one in the world to do it. But there are times where you just got to let the tree tell you what it wants. So there you go. I'll carry on working. I'll put it back on a time lapse. And we'll just keep cleaning it out. Take the bottoms off, take anything unwanted, any dead, and then we'll have a look. Okay, so we're getting there slowly. So I've done the left-hand side of the cascade. Just tidied up again, take out the bottoms, any downward growing ones and any upward growing ones, any awkwardness going on in there, anything you can free up to add a bit of room. There's a few in here that I'm thinking of getting rid of. They are looking a little bit what's the word? Congested. Now I did say I wasn't going to wire this, and I'm not going to wire it. I'm determined not to wire it. It is literally clip and grow. So I'll do that on these ones that I think need wiring, but I'm not going to. And we'll see how it looks. It is what it is. I'm not going to wire it. I'm determined not to. I want to leave it as natural as possible. I'm doing a Nigel Saunders on this one, and I think it will show, because I think it's going to look pretty good. I don't want to get rid of these back branches on this cascade, because on different views, so when the tree is spun round, it does kind of show. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see what I was doing then. It does show a bit more depth, a bit more three-dimension to the side view, but that's obviously only when the tree is spun round. But you know my view on bonsai. All bonsai should have a three-dimensional view, so this is no exception. Down, down, down. Right, okay. Right, I think we'll move on to this side now. So again, what I'm going to try and do is keep this top one, because I do think it gives a bit of volume to this space around here, and it kind of sits in nicely with this sweeping cascading branch. As I say, we can change things after. This is the initial tidy up, but I'm hoping I can just get away with doing the basics and it looking good. Pinch that. I don't know if anybody's noticed, I have been pinching. I always pinch junipers. Go in with a pair of scissors where you can, where it's wood. But yeah, if you've got any Right there, there's no point snipping it, just pinch it. So we'll just come in here, we'll take that one out. We don't need that one. It's just creating space. Creating a bit of space. There's somebody at the door, that freaked me right out. You can come in. Jesus. Scared the bejeebers out of me. I thought the aliens had landed. Rudely interrupted. Beth just brought the dog back. Right, where were we? There we are. Yeah, right. Glass of wine. That's what we're having. Cheers, guys. Merry Christmas. Right, where were we? Yes, this area. So, yeah, same approach. Just go in, clean out all the dead, thin out anything in between crutches. I know I've said this, but I will repeat myself. It's fairly straightforward. So yeah, we'll zoom out in a minute and you can have a look and you can see what the tree looks like. I haven't really stepped back yet. I've just been looking at individual parts of the tree. I haven't looked at the actual overall. But having said that, I'm fairly confident in the way it was wired originally, because I've seen this tree after a prune, and I did notice the last time I did it, it looked really good, just clearing out the bottoms of each pad. So I'm assuming it's going to look the same, just a little bit more going on, because it's put on a lot more growth. And I think I've gained a few pads here and there. We'll just thin it out. These bottom ones off. These backward growing ones. Shorten these long extensions here. Take it back right to the wood in there. And that one. It's got quite heavy. They generally do procumbens on the bottom part of the cascade. It's a very dominant area. Apex and the end of the apex. Especially if you're growing out an apex as well. If you leave an apex with a leader, so say this one for instance, if you leave this one, this will probably put on 6 to 8 inches over the growing season in length, which is great if you want to extend a branch or a cascade, and it's also good if you neutralize that, snip it off, all that energy then goes back into the tree. Reduce these back. Quite woody. Take that one out. Right, deal with the ones in here. So you don't need any spindly ones now in here. I've got enough going on the outside at the minute. I don't need to encourage any back budding as such. Take that one out, don't need that one. It's just fill in the that I need, give it definition. Clear out all this dead. A bit of a tap. Right, shorten these extensions. going on in here. That one, that one, that one, that one. Reduce that one back. Get in here, take these bottom ones out. You don't need. And in here, it's important to clean it out, not if you want to create back budding, which I don't need now. I've got enough on this, I think. But by doing this, cleaning it all out, you reduce all the, obviously you're getting rid of all the dead foliage in there, which is a perfect environment for insects, nasties, to make little homes. Shorten that one back. Which I say I have done before. I've had a little wasp nest in a juniper before. Luckily it was dormant. Luckily. I'll just take these bottom ones out on this one. Use that one. Right, how are we looking in here? This end needs thinning and then we're done, I think. Yeah, if you leave all this dead foliage in here, you'll have all sorts moving in. Just reduce this one down a little bit. It's getting quite dense. Getting there. Right, how are we looking on the end? That one is actually going up, isn't it? Isn't an issue. It'll soon flop down as soon as it starts putting a little bit of growth on. We're all done. I think we're done for cleaning it all up. So I'll zoom back out and we'll have a look. There we go. Job's a good one. Taking off quite a bit of foliage, as you can see, quite a bit. But it's everything we didn't need or didn't want. So yeah, he's looking all right. He looks really natural, which was exactly, Nukes, you're right in the way, baby, which is exactly what I wanted for this tree. I think I said back along when I did the cascade video with the different styles, I did say then that I wanted to keep this one kind of more natural, which it's not the easiest thing to do, I have to admit, because you do get carried away, and I think that's the key. Don't get too carried away. The more you think the tree should look like a bonsai, the more I find it doesn't. Does that make sense? Kind of. You know what I mean? It looks like a bonsai, doesn't look like a miniature tree. You know what I mean? Sure you do. So yeah, I think from all angles it looks pretty natural, pretty Chinese. It looks very Chinesey. Hence why it's in a lovely Chinese pot. So there you go, guys. One little procumbens. Yeah, that's it. So this will go back out on the bench. What I will do is clean up the trunk here, because it's got a bit of moss on it, which it happens every year because it's quite shaded, this tree. So yeah, just clean up the trunk, and then yeah, let it push out a load of new growth over the next few months, and then yeah, we'll reduce it back again, and then we'll start introducing more and more individual pads, and we'll try and balance them out a bit more as well. They're getting there. They're not too unbalanced throughout the tree. You can always tell by the thickness of the tertiary branches. If they're all the same size, you know you're going to get near on the same size foliage on the end, same size pad. Obviously, the thicker the branch, then you got to start going in and dividing them, splitting them up, reducing those little pads down. Kind of makes sense, really, if you think about it. The thicker the branch, the more foliage you're going to have on the end. Oh, you missed a bit in there. So yeah, there you go. That's it. That's all I'm going to do to it. Very au naturel. So I love this tree just purely because it's done its own thing over the years. I did wire it. As you can see, it's got a few scars on it from years and years ago. But all in all, yeah, great tree. Right, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the other 3 people that subscribed. Really appreciate it. Hope you're finding the videos entertaining. Not that they're entertaining. There's much better things to watch on YouTube than me. But I thank you anyway. Right, I'll catch you on the next one, guys.